I don't believe in God, and I get a lot of questions about that. So I thought I would take some time to answer frequently asked questions. The first one I get is, where do you think humans come from? And people ask, where do we come from? How did this all get here? And depending on what part of that equation you want to know about, is there's different amounts of science that answer that question. So, for the human species, I think evolution answers that question. For how did life get on Earth, that's abiogenesis. For how did planet Earth get here, there's the science of planet formation, which involves a lot of physics and astronomy. And then probably the crucial question, the big question is, well, okay, what about the universe? Like, how did everything get here? And my answer to that is I don't know. I don't know whether the universe or some kind of matter just always existed. That's my best guess with that one. The second frequently asked question I get is, where do morals come from? How do you have morals if you don't believe in God? So, morals are a very human construct. Morals exist because we are human and our brain creates them. I think we develop our moral system based on empathy, and our ability to both understand cause and effect, right? If I do something and something occurs after that, I can determine using my logic, oh, this caused that. So if I cause you pain and harm, I know that I'm responsible for that. And because I have empathy, if you're in pain, I actually feel pain with you. And while that might sound sort of rudimentary, I think those two things together are what develop our sense of morality. So I don't think you need to have a God or a religion in order to have morals. The next frequently asked question I get is, what do you think happens when we die? Also, I don't know. I have never died, and so I can't tell you for sure what happens. My best guess is just kind of nothing, that this is all we have. And when we pass away, we cease to exist. There certainly are people's like near-death experiences, people's experiences when they are like on hospice and near death. I like learning about those. I think they're interesting, but they have not convinced me that there is an afterlife, because I think they can also be explained physiologically. It doesn't mean I can't prove it either way, I think is where I land, that I don't think that there's an afterlife, but it's possible, there could be an afterlife. And so the last frequently asked question that I get is, do you have a purpose? Do you have meaning? And it's interesting how many people ask me that, assuming that if I don't believe in God, therefore my life is meaningless. And surprisingly, no, it's not meaningless. I find meaning in the connections that I get to have with other people. I find meaning in love. I find meaning in getting to learn new things, in putting a little bit of kindness out into the world. That all gives me meaning. I do like the term meaning better than purpose, because I don't think that like I was put here to accomplish a certain task. But I do think I find my life to be meaningful. And so I also don't think that you need a God for that either. If you all have any other questions that you want me to answer, you're welcome to leave them in the comments.